there everyone, welcome to the Gutenberg walkthrough. With each Gutenberg release, I will review the more visually impactful changelog items. Today we're looking at Gutenberg 9.6. There were two main enhancements or features here, one being one of my favorites here that I've been hoping to get, hoping the team would get in sooner rather than later, and that's dragging blocks from the inserter to the editor. So if I'm coming over, I open up the inserter and I want the quote block, I can now drag it and drop it where I want and write my quote. That's a really nice addition. The buttons block is another one. Let's see, buttons block now has block variations. Button 1, button 2. Now if I select this block, I can see the transformed variations here as well, so I can change the buttons to display horizontally or vertically, very similar to the navigation block. So we're going to go ahead and delete this. Whoa. Can I not delete this block? There we go. Okay. So while some of the larger changes have been minimal on the front side of things here or within the editor, I just wanted to note that this is due to a lot of work happening on the full site editor. So if we save this, I'm going to show you that there were a lot of little improvements here to the full site editing experience. Let's drop out of this. We'll need a theme that supports full site editing, like this block-based Bosco theme here from Ari. Let's see. So I've activated this theme, and if you notice, now I have a site editor. And you'll also see that my widgets and navigation menu are gone and the customizer is gone. So everything is happening in the site editor now. So pulling open the site editor, we can see how the interface is a little bit different here. There were some hover borders added so that you kind of get a sense for what you're about to click into and edit. Let's see, I know the query block saw some recent changes. Let's see if I could get there. These are group blocks. There's my query and ultimately my query block. So I am now in the query block. We'll see there's some, we could still display the settings. We can switch from a grid to a list view. And we can just inherit the query from the URL if we want. So it'll, based on the URL, if it's a category page or something, or some sort of taxonomy, it'll just inherit that and display those items. A lot of updates there in the query block. There were some around making the inserter in the site editor behave as a popover. So tabbing through this, you can jump through, and you're kind of, as a popover or something, you're kind of a modal experience for keyboarding, so it stays within the modal when you're tabbing around with keyboards. Loading block patterns in the site editor, so we can jump. Let's see, block patterns in the site editor. Ooh, that's a little odd. Okay, let's see if we could get a yeah, I'm not sure where these. Let's take a look at that one. That one looks interesting. Loading block patterns in the site editor. So in the inserter, I should see an option for patterns. Oh. Let's get back in there. Okay. There we go. There we go. There's the patterns we're looking for now. So we can jump through these. Again, different categories to show the different patterns. Jump back to blocks. But now what's interesting is that if we are inside of a particular area that it's not giving me the patterns. So that's an interesting take on there. The header up here is clickable. We could check out to see what template we're in and what part of that template we're in. See, currently we're inside of the header. If we jump out of that, come into, here's the navigation, and then no, I don't see patterns there still. Very interesting. Okay. Some additional changes in the site editor for 9.6 here are expand the multi-entity saving panel by default. Okay. So by making some changes here, I've basically made a change that affects the global header. So yeah, there we go. So when I update my design, I see that not only did I update a template, but I updated a template part as well. So the index template was affected, and the header template part was also affected because this template part, the header, is a global template part that would appear on all pages. So these are open by default now, and let's just visually see that how our changes are affecting the rest of our site. The site editor is coming along though. Let's cancel this. If we jump out, yeah, we still have the nice looking sidebar here now. And we're going to leave and not save any changes. But yeah, this is looking good. Those are the big changes for 9.6.